Welcome back. This is the fourth and final episode of the Until Tomorrow deep dive. I'm Jason Kaminski. I want to thank all of you that have watched the previous videos and have participated in our contest as well. We're going to be giving away a prize package that includes prizes from myself and Blank Slate and Head2Wall Records, as well as drawings for test presses and the exclusive Coke bottle clear vinyl variants. Today's song is going to be Orange and Cherry, which is the closing track on the record and my personal favorite song on it. I think this song is my favorite surface level, just because I like the song, but also the process for writing the song was kind of a new one for me. I had reached the end of sort of the writing process. I knew I had enough songs for the album, but I felt like I wanted to close the album with something that was finger picking method, and had sort of this like eerily beautiful, enchanting sort of melody to it, which is a tall task. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull something off that I liked enough to use for the closing track. And so for weeks, I just sort of messed around on the guitar, and I sort of came upon this song in two ways. The actual song itself, like the regular verse melodies of it, came about, and then the ending of the song was something that I had kind of created without thinking it was a song, and then they happened to meld together. So I was really happy with the way that came to be. So I'll get into the beginnings and then talk a little bit about the inspiration for the lyrics. When I was feeling alone, I didn't want you to know, but I could tell by the things you were saying you couldn't be in love. If that's the way it should be, I'll order another drink and garnish it with an orange and a cherry, 'cause sorrow deserves a treat. So the verse music of that, like I said, I came upon that sort of just fiddling around on the guitar. I had put the capo on the second fret, and I can't remember if I wrote it in my typical C sharp tuning, or if I, sometimes I'll put the capo on just to kind of change my state of mind and hopefully inspire something. But whatever the case was, I definitely was really digging the part that I played. And then lyrics, I wanted it to sort of be a heartbreak song, but it kind of, the lyrical content kind of came about in multiple sessions as well. I kind of like would have lines here and there, and then like have a verse done but not have the second verse done for a while. And it was sort of just a collection of memories, I guess. it's not about one particular incident or one person. It's kind of a collection of just many endings, I suppose, endings of events or relationships or whatever the case may be. But the one line that kind of stuck out to me was "Sorrow deserves a treat." I read that somewhere. Someone like said it. I don't know. I just really liked that line, and so I tied it back to sort of inspired by a trip that I had taken to New York. And my favorite drink's an old fashioned. I like that at a bar, and I was at a nice bar in New York and was having one, and that memory kind of just sprung up, and I was like, well, yeah, if you're kind of just contemplating, a life change, a lot of times you're reflective on your own, and I sort of just pictured a scene of just kind of looking down at that drink that has the orange and the cherry, its signature, and but the idea of kind of treating yourself when you're in a down mood. So like I said, it was sort of a collection of feelings, kind of starting that idea off with when I was feeling alone. I didn't want you to know, and I've gone through that on both ends, whether it be myself feeling that way or the person that I was with. And it's a difficult thing to grasp because it's hard to explain. So I feel like in some ways it is the most tragic of relationships where someone's feeling alone even in the presence of somebody. So I think the chorus, that's the next part. The chorus was a summary of all of that, and I kind of came out of that C to G, or I'm sorry, C to D, and then just kind of taking the natural progression down to E. Wishing I could get away, forget about today, sleep until I feel tomorrow. And then ending the chord was pretty serendipitous. It was really like I didn't know how to come out of that ending, and so I played that, and I don't know, it worked going into the next part. But I feel like that sort of captures the essence of that chorus pretty well, and I think that happens a lot for me where it's accidental. But wishing I could get away, forget about today, sleep until I feel tomorrow, basically inspired the title of the album, Until Tomorrow. For me, it was a deeper meaning. It wasn't sleep until tomorrow. It was sleep until I feel tomorrow. Because often when you're going through a heartbreak, it's just like Groundhog Day, where it's the same thing every day, and you want to forget about and move on. And sometimes moving on takes time. So tomorrow is a metaphor in that sense. And then it goes into a third verse and then an instrumental. So I'll talk about the third verse and then I'll get into playing the whole song as a complete work. And when they empty the room, I guess I'll know what to do. Although it feels like my whole world is dying, I'm better off knowing you. And so that's the idea of closing time. You have to move on. And that directly ties into endings of things as well, relationships, events, whatever, moving on with your life. It's hard to do, but you have to do it. There's a point in time where you have to realize it's over and throw in the towel. And the ending of feeling like your whole world is dying, it can feel that way where you don't feel like you can move on, but you have to. And I think for me personally, with every person that I've been close to, I don't have regrets. I feel like every person has brought something positive into my life in one way or another and helped me learn and grow and move on. And so that was sort of my homage to the different, people that have inspired this story, I suppose. So, all right, I'll play the song as a whole. Again, thank you for watching these videos. I got to give a shout out to Eddie. Kind of was the one that envisioned this and threw that idea to me, and I was very honored that he was willing to let me be a part of this in that way. And I hope that anybody that watched it hopefully got a little bit something out of it as well. I love talking shop. So if you want to contact me and have questions about songs or want to talk about music, it's tough right now. There's no shows out there to be able to get together and do that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and continue to support Blank Slate, and shout out to Head2Wall Records as well for believing in this album and putting it out. Feeling low, I didn't want you to know, but I could tell by the things you were saying you couldn't be in love. If that's the way it should be, I'll order another drink and garnish it with an orange and a cherry, 'cause sorrow deserves a treat. Wishing I could get away, forget about today, sleep until I feel tomorrow. And when they empty the room, I guess I'll know what to do. Although it feels like my whole world is dying, I'm better off knowing you. Wishing I could get away, forget about today, sleep until I feel tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Again, these songs are all off my new record, Until Tomorrow. And Orange and Cherry has a video that was filmed by Blank Slate contributor Stephen Rice. So I encourage you to check that out as well. Until next time, see you guys later.